We are back from our first break. That is one of the songs from the album All That I Am. You want to talk about the album that is coming out today, or you just picked it up yesterday?
Today's the official release
date.
Official
release today.
How do you feel about that?
Kind of nervous.
Kind of nervous.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, you guys talk.
I have nothing to say.
He's all stoked. He's confident.
Right.
He's the confident guy.
That's right.
I'm getting it done. I'm taking care of it. That's all that matters, right?
That's right.
No, it's weird because, you know, we've been working on it since August.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, not the songs, but just getting it recorded and getting everything going. And it finally got it yesterday in the mail. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy that it's taken 6 months to do that, but it's cool at the same time.
6 months.
Let's hold up a picture of
You
it.
do it. Can you see that, everybody?
I don't hear you.
We can't hear you. Talk louder. Oh no,
There
not
we
all
go.
caps. No, no, no. Wait a minute.
There we go.
There
That's
we go.
the album cover.
And they did their own artwork for the album cover too.
We did.
Now I feel dumb asking who's that on the cover, cause.
That is our friend Chelsea.
Uh-huh.
And she's just a good friend of ours who we asked to model for it, and she said yeah, so.
Uh-oh.
And I want to point out that the dress she's wearing is from Lily White Designs. And it was specially made for our album because it says "With All That I Am" on the patch of the dress.
Aw, isn't that cute? And I even see you got that on your van out there too. Not everybody has their own little label on their van.
Yeah.
But what songs on this album seem to stick out to you the most? Like, what is the ones that were like the hardest to write, or what was the easiest, or what's the inspiration behind all the songs?
His fault.
What?
It's all his fault. Okay, well that's number one. So we got 9 more songs to go. So give me 9 more reasons.
I don't know. I really only wrote anything, just one song. I wrote sort of the beginning half of Face the Truth. I think track 4, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
From his head.
Yeah, I kind of had something written in my head maybe like a year or so, and then finally at some point we were kind of looking for more songs for the album, and I just kind of tried to, without being able to play a guitar, which I had written guitar parts, I was like, well, here's how this goes, I guess, and I just like kind of mouthed it, and they picked it up, and even though it really doesn't sound like what I had, it sounds, I think, better, so it turned out pretty well. But most of the time it's this guy writing the stuff, and Corey.
Yeah,
Corey added a lot when
Yeah.
he came in. He came in August. And
right before we started recording our album, our other guitarist left the band, and we picked up Corey, and then Corey and I, we finished one song, or we rewrote it together, and then we wrote another song together, I believe. So,
Yeah.
and moving forward, we've got a lot of ideas kind of coming forward that it's gonna. I think he's gonna have another tremendous part rather than it being. For a short period there, it was myself writing a lot of stuff, really starting it. And then Keith, our former guitarist, we wrote a lot together. So it was a 50-50 split then, and now it's going to be the same thing with us.
So it's pretty much just like your personal life experiences, or something you see in a movie, or what's the inspiration behind that? What gets you? Because I write stuff, I write poetry, I'll write music and things, and they'll be like, I'll watch a movie, or you know, this happened to me in my life. Like I've lost all my family members, so I wrote something about that, and you know, or is it just like something random thought? What's your inspiration? What's your muse? What gets you going?
I usually will be like listening to something that you just really kind of get into, and then you're like, man, I kind of want to do something like that, and you start playing with it. It ends up being completely different than what you're listening to, but that can inspire you. Like Norma Jean inspires a lot of our stuff. Yet our music is really, there might be a couple hints of Norma Jean in there, but those aren't the ones that were influenced from Norma Jean. And it's just sitting down and just playing with different ideas and piecing them together. And then we piece something together and we're like, well, this kind of sounds like something else, or well, this sounds too heavy or too stereotypical. We don't want to make everything like fit in a genre. We want it to branch across them.
Okay. So how much time we got? Time? 5 minutes?
5.5.
5.5. There we go. I'm completely. I've noticed with the album that there's like a concurrent storytelling of life and dealing with things. And is that what you're trying to accomplish with All That I Am, to cover just a basic life story, on, you know, kind of like a tragedy and triumph kind of situation?
It's kind of like I write all the lyrics, and I've gotten, like, they've helped me with, you know, some phrases and some like singing parts and stuff. But basically, you're starting, or you're in the middle of a life experience or something. But I tried to get to the end of it, you know, in each song. Like you know, you're going through something, and by the end, you find redemption. You know, and that's what I kind of thought about. And when we picked up the title with All That I Am, it's kind of like you're at that point where you have nothing else, and you're just like, God, you know, here I am. You know, here's all that I have, and I don't know what else to do. And
rock bottom of your life.
bottom.
You're at the very rock bottom. There's nothing that can save you, and that's when you reach out and say, God, I mean, you're the only thing left. I've got nothing.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of the lyrics are life experiences, at least mine, or, you know, something that I've seen or heard, or, you know, we've gone through, or whatever.
Well, I wanted you guys to kind of touch base on your relationship with God, because, you know, a lot of people don't realize that you're Christians. Some of them will listen to your music. Oh, that's just, you know, totally awesome, and it's great, and, you know, sweet, and, or whatever, you know. So, you want to kind of like touch base with me a little bit on, you know, your relationship with God, and where does that come into play, and how does Christ inspire your music, and what is this that you have that other people should have or be interested in? I know that can't be in one person answer either.
Yeah.
I like to hear
I think
everybody.
it's different from all of us.
I like
so.
to hear everyone's response on that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the newest
Mhm.
to the band, so as far as like connecting anything to the album, like coming into this for me, it's kind of been huge. I actually just didn't even play bass till 2 months ago when Beth was like, "Hey, do you want to play bass?" And I was like, "I'll learn. If I do it, then great." But for me, it kind of connects with the All That I Am, like as far as like my relationship goes. Kind of from a different standpoint is with Dreamer, which is the first song that I learned. I mean, I think it took us like almost 3 hours to learn maybe a third of the song. And I left so frustrated. Like, I was so frustrated because I'm like, God, like, I know what I'm capable of. You know what I'm capable of. But if this is not, you know, a gift or a talent that you want me to have, and this is not your desire for me, then just take it from me, make it clear. And if that's what tonight was, then fine. And the next song I learned in like 20 minutes. And so for me, like how that like kind of connects, you know, just with my relationship with God, and also kind of funny fits with the title, with All That I Am. And I'm just like, God, you know what, like, I'm nervous. I've never done this before, but regardless, like, I'm just gonna give you absolutely everything that I am, because I mean, I didn't grow up in a church, and I didn't grow up a Christian, and I know what it's like to be at that point where you are at that brokenness, and you know, and you've tried everything and been through everything, and so for me, it really kind of all ties in together, just giving God all that I am in this, whether it's, you know, something completely new and foreign to me, or whatever. So.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the rest of the band's responses on where Christ is in their life and how it inspired them in their album. We will return.